Today we get a chance to release the framework of a project that has huge potential for this entire community. Stevens Point has struggled for nearly 25 years to answer a question of uncertainty as to what will happen with this facility. Today, with the announcement of Mid-State's intentions to move and expand their campus from 30,000 to 56,000 square feet, we now have that long-awaited answer. The city would acquire them all and turn over 56,000 square feet of the existing building, land, and parking to Mid-State, allowing for their expansion. Along with that, the city wishes to continue our conversations with the owners of the Dunham building to reach a cooperative deal for its acquisition. We would then demolish the center of this area that we're standing in to make room for green space and parking and a northern entrance to the Children's Museum and the possibility of the Great Fox Theater reopening. And in addition to that, the creation of a brand new headquarters for our Boys and Girls Club. Today is but a first step in what will be a path over the next 30 days where we will have multiple meetings to discuss specifics and eventual final decisions on moving forward with this project. Public discussions about the nature, size, and scope of this project will be appropriate and needed for all of us as a community to move forward with such an exciting project. We must all understand that this is a framework that must go through public meetings and votes to determine its final approval. What is most powerful about this plan, however, is the fact that it touches so many different corners of our community simultaneously. From Mid-State's success, to the Boys and Girls Club, to allowing for a new northern exposure to the Children's Museum, the city's ability to control the current Mid-State campus, and the long-awaited possibility of the Fox Theater opening, this project has the ability to literally change the face of our entire city. I was elected to bring forward these ideas and projects that will challenge our beliefs, and challenge and push our conversations, some controversial. I'm thrilled to be able to put this before you because I believe that's who I am as a person, and that's clearly who I want to be as your mayor. This project is something that our entire community will need your input and your thoughts, and I await a very successful process over the next 30 days to determine how we move forward with this great potential. So thank you, and I look forward to questions from the press in just a minute. With that, I want to introduce Dr. John Clark, the president of Mid-State Technical College. Dr. Clark.
Thank you, Mayor Halverson. And welcome to everybody for your attendance this afternoon. For those of you who have a long memory, Mid-State Technical College presence in this community dates back to 1911. We've been at the Michigan Avenue site since 1961. This news the mayor just provided you with is probably the best news that we have received or been challenged by in our college at this site for over 50 years. During the mid-70s, we moved our campus in Wisconsin Rapids from where it was located into a new facility. In the early 90s, we did the same in Marshfield, and now today we have a chance to do the same in Stevens Point. This location will provide us room for program and service expansion. It'll provide us greater parking and safety. If you have been through the Michigan Avenue site, you know that it gets to be a bit congested at times. And this site, again, will provide for a little relief from that. It provides us for additional visibility in this community, and I think gives us the ability to project what this college really represents for not only Central Wisconsin, but being a partner in the Wisconsin Tech College system. I'm eager to share with folks the kinds of enrollments that we've experienced in the last few years. In fact, in the last 3 years, our enrollment has increased over 30%. And a significant part of that has been at the Stevens Point location. Campus Dean Steve Smith, who is in the audience, Steve, if you would just raise your hand, has done a marvelous job of wringing out the greatest capacity of any of the college locations that we have within the district, and I thank him for that. So we've just about maxed out our ability to provide services at our current location. Beyond that, I'm going to give you some numbers with all due respect to our university partners and the new Chancellor, Bernie Patterson, in the city here, leading UWSP and a very proud and prominent educational institution in not only central Wisconsin, but recognized internationally. The University of Wisconsin is experiencing record enrollments today. They have a total of enrollment of over 182,000 students. If you look at the Wisconsin Tech College system today, we have over 400,000 students enrolled in our system. Mid-State Tech College enrolls today over 9,100 students, and at the Stevens Point location, we have 2,800 full and part-time students enrolled in programs there, coming and going. These are complex individuals, parents, working family members with children, complex lives, I would say a little bit more complex than sometimes compared to university dorm-bound freshman and sophomore students.
Well, the Boys and Girls Club is obviously very excited about this opportunity. We have been searching for a long-term home in Stevens Point for many years. The facility that we have downtown on Ella Street is simply not big enough. We feel the rec center has the perfect demographics for us. It's located within a park. It's right next to P.J. Jacobs. It's on the bus line, and it's central to Stevens Point, allowing us to serve as many kids as possible. The building has beautiful amenities that we feel we can use in our programming, and it'll allow us to offer all the much more for Stevens Point kids. And it'll be neat to have the building revert back to a place for kids. And Ann, if you want to add anything about that?
Oh, I shared with Kevin that I roller skated there as a kid. This is a momentous opportunity and occasion, and I look at this as saving the mall and an opportunity to serve our children.
Well said. So again, we feel it's a perfect opportunity. We're very fortunate to be a part of this. We certainly thank the mayor for his forward thinking and foresight and investment in kids and education. And I strongly believe that's what we need to do here in Stevens Point. And the Boys and Girls Club, I promise, will be a big part of that. So we look forward to an exciting opportunity. So I'll turn it back to the mayor.
Excellent. Thank you. So all of us would be certainly happy to take any specific questions that any of you might have or any clarifications that you want as to what the process will be from here. Quite honestly, there's probably going to be at least 10 different public meetings that are going to be required for this particular transaction. Plan commission meetings, joint review board meetings, modifying the existing TIF, amending the existing TIF plan, which will have to be done as part of this, ultimately amending the original redevelopment plan for the area as well, along with the Finance Committee, the Plan Commission, and ultimately the Common Council on all of the agreements that we have to have. The meeting on Monday, of course, is but a preliminary resolution to start the process about potentially selling a bond to be able to make all of this happen. I think there was a bit of unclarity as to just exactly what the preliminary resolution was or is meaning on Monday. That is but the first step of a very lengthy process that we will have to go through, where there will be a lot of public input and a lot of thought about the pros and cons of what this project really does represent. I will reiterate that I think it represents an unbelievable opportunity for us as a community to seize on the success that Midstate has and really continue to catapult that institution forward to be responsive to workforce development needs. It's no question that we have our challenge with educating, retooling, and re-education for our workforce that needs those skills perhaps more than anything right now. But as we also have to continue to lay the groundwork for a successful community, we have to know that those social opportunities are there for children. And the Boys and Girls Club really does represent a key component of all of that for us to remember as far as this entire process. Some of the other indirect ancillary benefits, as we've talked about, is great exposure to the Children's Museum. We've got Katie Mathai here for a northern entrance and exposure for children for a safe drop-off for their institution. An indirect need, although serious, if you go to a sporting event at the Willett or Gerke, is the parking situation that we experience at the Willett, at Gerke, and at Midstate's current location, albeit not nearly as important of the overall missions of these other organizations, but a clear issue that we have to deal with, because right now, all of those uses in one area are simply mutually exclusive to that location. So for us to find an alternative that harnesses all of those different variables and brings that to fruition here in downtown, reusing nearly 60,000 square feet of this building and allowing for the college to be successful in their growth strategy for at least another 25 years is certainly something that I think we can all be very proud of.